Start, please.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Today we will have our meeting, so welcome everyone. And I'm going to hand it to Dr. Ragda. She's going to work to moderate the meeting. Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Nadir. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hello, this is our presentation for today. Our first presenter will be Dr. Marwa Morgan. It will present anxiety in geriatric population.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ragda, and hello, everyone. Again, my name is Marwa Morgan, one of the geriatric fellow. So my topic today, of course, I have no conflict of interest, and my topic today, it's really interesting and nice topic, actually. I was really excited and I enjoyed a lot while I'm presenting this topic, anxiety in geriatric on old people. I just brought a few cases to see how like the variety of presentation of the anxiety in old age. And we have case number 1. Can anyone read it, please? Very quick, so anyone can read the case for me, guys, please? Okay, I will read it. No issues. Yeah, please go ahead. Thank you.
An 82-year-old woman presents to the emergency department with a chief complaints of feeling restless and on edge for the past few days. She reports that she has been experiencing difficulty in concentration, has trouble falling asleep at night, and has been feeling increasingly irritable. She also mentions that she has been having more frequent headaches and muscle tension. On further questioning, the patient reveals that has been falling overwhelmed with the stress lately due to the recent death of her husband and added responsibility of managing her finances alone. She has never had a diagnosis of anxiety before, but she acknowledges that she has always been a bit of a warrior.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, old lady with feeling restless, unable to sleep, had difficulty concentrate, and irritable. Could be this is the first presentation you will see it, and the second one could be actually like a woman again, but she mentioned that she almost losing her mind. She reported that she's feeling difficulty remembering things, feeling confused and disoriented, and also mentioned that she's seeing things that aren't there. Also mentioned that she has feeling increasing anxious and paranoid lately. And this is second presentation. And by those cases, I just brought them so you can tell that when it talk about anxiety, it could be overlap with other things. And always remember that all the people and geriatric patients, they are fragile. Even like little bit of anxiety for a long period can affect them badly and compared with other population. In this case, I brought actually male feeling like he's going to die. All of these real cases, all of these cases I saw while I'm working in the ED actually. He reported that he has been experiencing intense fear, chest pain, shortness of breath for the past several hours. Also mentioned that he has feeling increasingly anxious and panicky lately. Further question, patient revealed that he has history of the heart disease and heart attack in the past. So he has taken medication for heart disease, but feeling increased anxious lately that he may have developed another attack and he's worried about his health. So it's like vicious cycle for this patient. Heart attack, he's worried to have another one. And the funny part, he had it actually when he came to us. Right. So again, our topic for today is anxiety. We know it's basically just common emotion that everyone can experience. But the issue with that in old age, it can have another consequences. It represents up to 20% of older adult population. So that's a huge number. And there is, of course, a lot of multi-factors involved and contribute why the old people or old adult, they have that. They had it actually more than the other population, right? So this is the prevalence again of anxiety in older adult, and we mentioned that the 20% of anxiety in older adult, the main reason for it, actually a lot of reasons, physiological and social reasons. At the beginning, it's a changing of our brain when we get older. The hormonal itself, serotonin, norepinephrine, and the rebalance between them, the mood, basically basically the mood and the anxiety will be connected to each other when our hormone will be unstable and change when we get older. Decrease the hour of sleep as also part of getting old, and at some point it may reflect as an anxiety. Having a lot of medical condition, it will consider as burden in some older adult, as the previous case I mentioned, heart disease and the stroke, and he will be worried like, oh my God, I'm going to die. What will be next? Maybe I will be handicapped, and I will not be able to take care of myself. So a lot of ideas and a lot of stressor they had in their lives when they get older. As I mentioned, life stressor, of course, retirement, losing friends, financial problems, not able to take care of themselves, retirement, and all of that. All these ideas will be basically there. Medical, hormonal, life stress, and social issues. All of that could be one of the reasons why older adults, they feel anxious more than the other population. Right. Again, when I brought the cases, and we will mention the cases, that's why I brought them first. I brought like 3 cases, and there is a lot of cases. If we had time, I would love to explain them, maybe like in the second part in another lecture, inshallah. But with those cases, an older adult, all disease will not come as the other population. They're all overlap. You may see an anxiety with depression. You may see delirium with an anxiety somehow, or symptom looks like actually patient will be demented, and you feel like there is emotional instability, and he looks like just anxious for you. Later on, you'll discover actually this is the early symptom of dementia, or even medical condition like thyroid, hypo and hyper. Some symptom you will see it early, it's an anxiety, especially in hyperthyroid, and depression and lack of sleep and hypothyroidism. So there is a lot of condition can looks like an anxiety, right? Family history, this is as a risk factor. Family history, if someone had basically like long history of anxiety in the family running, so that means there is high chance when get older also you will have it. Female, of course, like everyone know that female always we are worried, like more worried about like more than male, so that's kind of like genetic thing. So female, they're more worried than male in life. Personality, some personality, especially type A personality people, they always looking for perfectionism, and they cannot ignore like mistakes and things and all of that. Those kind of personality, they are high risk for an anxiety in long run. People being in under stress for long period, like medical student and doctors, of course, financial problems, caregiver, all of that. People, they have the habit of substance abuse, alcohol, smoker, and all of that. That actually aggravate and increase the anxiety, right? As I mentioned earlier, I think we explained it in different way. What's the reason of the anxiety in older adults? We said could be medical related, having medical illnesses, whatever, like heart or back pain or stroke, something actually irritate the patient, and he will be overthinking about it, and it will end up with an anxiety at the end. Or even some medication, it's somehow one like part of it will cause an anxiety and mood swinging in the patient, especially beta blocker and the steroid. And the funny part, you will see a lot of patients actually, they mention to you that we feel like our personality, our sleep, our mood change when we start certain medication. When you will look deeper, you can connect it somehow to each other. People and the environment around us can play a major role if basically we will have an anxiety in the long run or not. Mental health condition, of course, PTSD and stress disorder and all of that. Some people, they have especially post-trauma and all of that. That will be one of the reasons to have an anxiety disorder. And of course, there is a lot of types of the anxiety. Here I just mentioned very quick that there is a lot of types. There is the generalized anxiety disorder, and older people, they had that more than the other types. They will be anxious almost from everything and worried about it, the social and the medical aspect of their life, and that's why we call it generalized. So it will involve more than one aspect of the life. And of course, we know that the other types like panic disorder or special irritator, on thinking about certain things. Some people, they have panic disorder basically when they will be in public places or closed places. Social anxiety, this is when you basically interact with others. Some people people, they just they feel paranoid and they feel worried when they be around people. So they have social anxiety, and this is only one element. One element of the anxiety could be the obsessive compulsive disorder, actually, and obsess about something and you will not feel relief until do the reaction to it. Like people, they're washing their hands almost 10 times per day, etc. So this is considered OCD. Post-traumatic disorder, that someone, he had a flashback from trauma happened to him within after 1 month up to 6 months. This is PTSD, and also it's considered part of the anxiety. Again, all these elements, you will be surprised that older adults, they actually can present with any of these differential diagnoses or these types, but the most common, it's generalized anxiety disorder in them. They have worried about everything, right? Guys, please, if you have any question, if you want to add anything, if you want to give your opinion, just raise your hand or unmute yourself, and I'm happy to hear you all. Yeah. So symptoms of anxiety in older adults, as we mentioned, basically the symptom in older adult almost the same. I mean, if I mentioned those symptoms, most of us will be like, okay, we had it. Again, the difference between you and the older adult, the fragility and the different physiology. So within getting older, your threshold to tolerate an anxiety, it will be actually less. So there is high possibility that it may affect you like in severe way and compare with younger age. So excessive worry or nervousness, restlessness or irritability, difficulty concentrating or sleeping, fatigue, muscle tension or ache, and basically dizziness or lightheadedness, a change in appetite or the weight, social withdrawal. And if you see all these symptoms, again, you feel like those symptoms, it's almost in anyone had an anxiety, but when it extend to longer period, and when that patient basically complain from it for a longer period, that's when you start to worry that maybe you needed to interfere to help that person, actually. Right. Now talking about it, impact of anxiety on older adult. Basically, there is a huge impact overall, and overall health and well-being of the older adults. So physically talking, it will exacerbate any medical condition. As I mentioned earlier, in that case, that male, that patient, he had actually chest pain, and by overthinking about it, oh my God, I will not be able to manage myself, I will not be independent anymore, oh, I will have another heart attack, I will die, and all of that. Eventually, he came actually to the ED second time with recurrent chest pain and with another heart attack. So an anxiety for long period physiology, if we thought about it, you will have catecholamine producing in our body, and that actually will cause the stress situation, and that on the long period will affect on our heart and will affect on our organs, especially in older age. Emotional well-being, the sadness, the isolation, the hopelessness can affect our mood, and the patient may end up in depression and change the quality of life and enjoyment of daily activity. Cognitive function in older age, as the case I mentioned earlier, mentioned that I feel like I cannot remember things. I cannot even decide what I'm doing next. I have difficulty to manage my daily life. That may lead to independence and social interaction also. They will have person, he's anxious all the time. With the time, he will be basically social withdrawal. He will not engage with the friends and family. They will isolate themselves. They will just feel lonely and hopeless all the time. Right. Assessment tool for anxiety in older adult. There is a lot of tool when I did my searching, actually. There is the GAM, which is Geriatric Anxiety Measures, Peak Anxiety Inventory. There is a Stated Trait Anxiety Inventory also, Hospital Anxiety and Depression Scale. All of them, they are really nice. What I like it most about them, I just explain one of them simply, so they will not make it, try not to make it boring and lengthy lecture for you guys. The idea is you will have like a questionnaire, or it's like a screening tool, simple. You can do it by yourself, or you can just apply it by the physician. You will apply to the patient and ask a few questions. Then after that, we'll collect the scores. According to that, you can see what level of anxiety that patient may have. This is the picture I had for geriatric and anxiety measure. Here, if you can see, they give actually score for each and depend on the answer. So feeling worried on the edge, feeling restless or fidgety, difficult to concentrate on things like reading or watch TV, being easily tired, irritable, muscle tension or ache, difficulty falling asleep, uneasy or uncomfortable, feeling nervous or anxious, scared or having a panic reaction, avoid things or activity, difficulty relaxing, feeling like you cannot control your worry, feeling like you should be doing something else, or you are not doing enough in certain topic or a project, feeling like you don't have enough time to get things done. So depend on the opinion of the patient, he will put a score for himself. Then after that, they will calculate the final score. So scoring, not at all, it will be 0, 1 rarely, 2 will give for some times, 3 for often, 4 almost always. 6 or higher, that means there is a possibility an anxiety disorder, and that means this person need evaluation further by the healthcare professional, right? This is the summary, and we said it's 15 item screening tool for an anxiety disorder in older adult. And we said it can be done by the healthcare professional, or also can be done by the person himself, scoring from 0 to 5. If the overall score is 6 or higher, that means there is high chance for an anxiety further evaluation needed. The benefit, it's easy to apply, of course, sensitive, and can give you idea, because as we mentioned, there is overlap in anxiety and compare it with other illnesses. So sometimes it's hard to detect it early, but limitation that it's subjective, so it's not that comprehensive. So maybe you can use other tools I mentioned there, right? Now talking about the treatment. So when you try to treat older adult and try to describe certain medication or certain therapy, always keep in your mind they have different pathophysiology, and metabolism, it's totally different. So always be cautious about it, the medication you will give. Always keep in mind there is side effects, so always try to keep that in mind when you try to describe something. Overlap between medication, coexisting medical condition, also you treat something and that patient had a lot of disease you're dealing with. And the cognitive function also, if it will affect the cognition or the memory for that the person, always ask about it. What's the preference? What's the cultural consideration for that person? What's the belief? Because some with the anxiety, they treat it with religious basically background. Again, the cultural factors really important. Understand anxiety in older adult, important actually to consider it in your management plan. Consider the culture, language barrier if you're dealing with patient from different background also, and try always to have provide support for your patient. Also make sure that that patient have positive basically healthy environment surrounded by family and friends and supporting community. Lifestyle intervention and self-care strategy, it's really helpful. In the last research show that high hope in treat anxiety without need for medical intervention, especially in old adult. Encourage them for regular exercise, for healthy diet, for adequate sleep, relaxation technique, and also social engagement, even in small hobbies that may reduce the loneliness and the hopelessness, and that basically will reduce the anxiety level in those category of patient, right? Again, the main point and the main message I want to share it with all of you guys, that anxiety, it's a treatable condition, but had a huge impact on old people. It's really important to keep it in your mind as a physician. Always try to listen to your patient, try to see the early sign of the anxiety and try to treat it. Always keep in your mind in older adult, they have actually overlap condition. Anxiety can represent another medical illnesses, and also medical illnesses can be part of the anxiety. When you try to treat your patient, don't treat him for only the acute symptom or illness he had, because older adult, they are full package of illnesses, and you needed to pay attention to that and to try to basically treat it all. Always be cautious about the metabolism, about the illnesses they had when you try to prescribe any medication actually for them. Okay. Any question, guys? Any feedback? I know it was not that lengthy. I made sure that it will not be that like long, boring lecture. So I highlight the main point. Anyone want to add anything you want to ask? Anything, guys?
Thank you, Dr. Marwa,
Yeah.
for the great presentation. I would like to ask about that the symptoms of anxiety. You told that what's important that to know the length or the duration of the symptoms rather than every person has that kind of symptoms like feeling overwhelmed and that kind of stuff. What other things rather than duration, that severity of the symptoms and that can give us like a indication of that we can diagnose an anxiety for people or for a person?
That's really interesting question. Thank you for asking this. So basically when I was like trying to read about it, the an anxiety, and if you like coming back to sorry, let me just try to share it again. I just want to okay. So okay. So sorry, my screen is stuck. No issues. Okay, my point is when you dealing with the old age, the issue with it actually is you cannot expect that they will only came with one presentation. I think the clue, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you always need to ask the right question for that patient. Some of them, they will come to you and literally they will just complain from, you know what, like I don't feel myself. And it happened before. Some of them, when I'm be like asking the certain patient, like, why you brought you, like from my position, I'm being in the ED, I'm being asking like, why you came today, especially in old age. And I'd be like, I feel like there is something wrong. I cannot sleep for a very long time. I'm actually thinking about my wife. She passed away almost 5 or 6 years ago. I feel like my weight, it's almost not the same anymore. I don't feel like I'm enjoying doing anything. Or he will be like, you know what, I have a chest pain, and that's really common actually presentation to emergency department. I have a chest pain and like I had heart attack and I'm fine now, but I cannot relax. Like I'm so obsessed and worried about it 24/7. So again, the anxiety, there is, as I mentioned, there is a lot of type. He may come to you as social phobia. May come to you like generalized anxiety. He's just worried from everything in this world. He may come to you after post trauma related or PTSD. And the duration wise could be anything. Generalized anxiety, they may have it for 1 year. PTSD from less than like after 1 month up to 6 months. So that's why I keep pushing and pointing that listen to your patient. Like having a lot of patient, being busy at the end of your shift, it's not excuse to listen and ask what's going on. And patient, they will tell you. So it's almost picture of depression, but it will be in early stages. So you're just anxious with other element, but believe me, it may progress really badly. And they came with depression, they came with medical illnesses. So as I mentioned, it just could be headache, muscle tension, could be reflected in any other system. And that's the tricky part about an anxiety in older age. Hopefully I answer your question. If not, please help me, guys.
No, this is very informative. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Marwa, for such informative presentation. Our next presenter will be Dr. Esraa Mustafa, which will represent data visualization. Esraa, are you ready?
Yes. First of all, how are you all? And thank you, Dr. Nader, for this opportunity. And for those who apply these seasons, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So give me 1 minute to share my screen. So is it visible to you?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
So I will present data visualization. So we will start with what is the data visualization? Data visualization is a graphical representation of information and data. Sorry?
Yeah, it's black. There's
I'm sorry. How is it now?
same. Is it me only, or
No,
do you
it's the
see
same.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the
nothing
blank
is here.
screen.
Yeah, only like gray screen. Yeah.
Gray screen. So sorry.
Yeah, now we see it.
So how is
Yeah,
Ah,
we see
okay.
like yeah, you can start from the first slide. Show up like the third one or the fourth slide.
So we will talk today about data visualization. So data visualization is the graphical representation of information and data by using elements like chart, graphs, and maps. So data visualization tool provide an accessible way to see and understand trends and pattern in data. I'm sorry. So in the world of the big data, data visualization tool and technologies are essential to analyze massive amount of information and make data-driven decisions. So the advantage of data visualization is a form of visual art that grab our interest and keep our eyes on the message, and we can internalize the message quickly. So when we see chart, we quickly see trends and outliers. So a good visualization tells a story and remove the noise from the data and highlighting the useful information.
Esraa, it seems
Yeah.
that the presentation is phrased on the fourth page, that the advantage or benefit of data visualization. We didn't like follow you.
So I will try. I'm sorry for this technical problem. So you can see the slide now.
No, it's like freeze. You can make it, you can share screen, like stop the share screen and yeah, it's moving now.
So where we can apply the data visualization, we can use it in the presenting statistic and in mapping, also to show change over the time, to compare values and to show connections. So we will start to talk about the common general types of data visualization. The first chart is a column chart. The column chart, they are straightforward, time-tested method for comparing several categories to each other. So a column chart may be used also to track data across time, because it's easy to audience to read from the left to the side, from left side to the right side. So there is some tips to make your column chart is clear. We have to avoid long categories labels, also to start the y-axis with 0, and avoid unconventional shape like 3D shape. The other chart is the bar chart. Also, it can compare each categories against each other. It's easy to read and reliable. So to make the bar chart clear, we have to put the parts in
Yeah.
logical order. What?
Can I make the share screen for you because it's freezing.
It's
Yeah.
sorry, it's freezing in what slide?
Application of data visualization, like
Okay.
present statistic,
You
modeling,
can make it. You can make it.
slide 6. Me make it for you. Did you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here.
The slide of the bar chart. So yeah, I'm sorry for this. We can put the bars in logical order from often from the biggest to smallest to be easy for audience to see the difference. Also avoid unconventional shape like 3D and avoid using border to the chart. Also, we have to keep the color simple to avoid any clutter. So the next slide. So regarding the pie chart used to compare values against the total. So we don't use bar charts for comparing categories against each other. To have a good readable data, we have to limit the number of categories used in this chart. Also, we can color the slides you would like to highlight. Also, we can list categories in logical order starting from the 12 o'clock positions. Other slides. So the line chart highlight trend and pattern and exceptions in data. We can use contrast color when we have multiple lines in our chart. We also to be clear, avoid using too many categories in the chart. And we can use the label on the side of the chart. Next slide. Regarding the scatter plot will we use it to show the relationship between two variables. Also, it can show outliers. So to make it clear, we have to avoid overplotting with too many dots. So this is the summarization of type of chart. We can talk in this in detail in the next topic. So now we how to practice data visualization. What is the best practice for this? First of all, we have to have a goal in our mind. So when creating data visualization, first we have to understand the type of data we would like to work with and to have an idea of the type of insight we would like to drive to the audience. After that, we can choose the right visualization tool. Then when we choose the tool, we can choose the right type of chart that we want to present our data with it. Then we will come to the label and title. So the label must be easy to understand. So the label must have provide the context and inform the reader what the graph is trying to communicate. the next step is to choose right color. So colors play important role in data visualization as they help keep our audience engaged with the context. So we can draw the audience attention to important information by coloring what we would like to communicate to them. The last things we have to avoid any cluttering and unnecessary visual elements. So good data visualization is easy to understand and engaging. So we have to remove any added unrelated data from our chart to make it clear for the audience. So regarding the data visualization tools, we have two types, online and offline tool. Sorry, the previous slide, Ragda. The online tool like infogram, meta chart, picture chart, data wrapper, and the offline tool is like Microsoft Word and Microsoft PowerPoint and Excel, etc. So to take home message, remember that good data visualization theory and skill will translate specific tools and products. So when you're learning this skill, focus on the best practice and explore your own personal style when it comes to visualization and dashboard. So that's it. And now this is the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention. If there's anyone have a question, so you can ask.
Thank you, Dr. Esraa, for such a wonderful presentation. Do you have any question for Dr. Esraa? Meanwhile, I will start my presentation. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Esraa. Our next topic will be about it's like extension of the previous topic, but it's especially related to Google Spreadsheet type of chart that can be used in Google Spreadsheet. Let me open the presentation. This is overview of the sheet, Google Sheet here. And okay. Oh, I can take this share screen. To open. Let me stop share screening. Sorry about that. Do you see my screen? Did you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We can see you.
You can? Okay. Thank you. Okay, this type of chart in Google Sheet, as Esraa mentioned, there is a lot of chart. We can use it for data visualization. And one of them is the line chart. You can use it in Google Sheet. The line chart is a connect data point with a straight line. allowing for a smooth representation of data's progression. And this chart type is commonly employed in various fields, including tracking stock price and monitoring sales performance, analyzing temperature variations, and many other scenarios where understanding trends and change over time is crucial. The line chart is ideal for displaying trend and change over time, and it's widely used for visualizing continuous data series and highlighting patterns, fluctuation, and relationship. By utilizing line chart in Google Sheet, user can effectively visualize and analyze data to gain insights into long-term pattern and making informed decisions. This is an example of line chart. It shows us temperature in months. By just one look to this, you can see the fluctuation and which one is the hottest month, which is April, and which month is the lowest one is September. And the next one is bar chart. By representing data as vertical or horizontal bars, bar chart provide a clear visual comparison of the values associated with each category or group. The length or height of each bar directly correspond to the data value it represents, making it easy to assess and compare magnitudes. Bar charts are highly effective for comparing data across different categories or groups. Bar charts are commonly utilized in various domains, such as sales, analysis, and market research, and population studies. They are particularly useful for comparing sales figures and survey responses, population statistics, or any other data where categorical comparisons are required. By leveraging bar chart in Google Sheet, user can gain valuable insights into the relative difference and trends across different categories, aiding decision-making and data-driven analysis. And this is an example of it. This is the same example of temperature across months, and in the bar chart, the horizontal one, here the category. And our next is a subtype of bar chart. It's called a stacked bar chart. Is a visual representation of multiple data series using horizontal bars stacked on top of each other. Each part segment represents the contribution of a specific data series to the total for each category. Stacked bar charts are commonly used to compare the total value and proportion of different categories, providing insight into data composition and distribution. A stacked bar chart offers a clear and concise way to analyze and compare data across various categories. This is an example of stacked bar chart, like give us a clue about the company. This is company A, B, and C, and the market share of 3 companies $1 million across the months. And the other one is 100% stacked bar chart. Look like the stacked bar chart, but it's 100%. The charts that represent multiple data series as horizontal bars stacked on top of each other, with each bar segment normalized to 100%. It allows for easy comparison of the relative proportion or percentage of each data series within each category. This chart type is useful for visualizing the composition and distribution of data across different categories, providing a clear overview of the relative contribution within each category. The 100% stacked bar chart is simplified the analysis and comparison of data by maintaining a consistent scale and highlighting proportional relationship. This is the 100% stacked bar chart represent like contribution of each value across each category each month. The same example of 3 company in dollars and across like the proportion, not like in dollars. The stacked chart, the previous one in dollars. This in dollars, but this one in percentage. Okay, the next one is column chart represent data as vertical column, not horizontal, while the height of each column corresponds to the data value it represents. Column charts are widely used for comparing data across different categories or groups, commonly used in sales analysis, survey results, and population statistics. Column chart provide a clear visual comparison of values and allow users to identify trend and variation across categories or groups. By leveraging column charts in Google Sheets, user can effectively analyze and present data in a concise and easily understandable format. This is an example of column. Temperature versus month across the months from January to December, and by like looking, you will find the distribution and which one is the hottest month and which one is the coldest. Okay, here is a stacked column chart. Is same principle as a stacked bar chart. Here it gives us like the distribution of data across each category. Like here is the maximum temperature and average temperature in each category across the months. And also 100% stacked column chart for same example. Company C, A, B, and C, and it like proportion of distribution of each company in each month. But here by column chart, 100% stacked column chart. And here the pie chart. Pie chart is a circular visualization commonly used to represent categorical data. Each category is represented by a slice of the pie, and the size of each slice corresponds to the proportion or percentage it represents in relation to the whole. Pie charts are ideal for displaying the distribution and relative importance of different categories within a data set, making it easy to compare and interpret data at a glance. By leveraging pie chart in Google Sheet, user can effectively communicate and analyze categorical data, providing insight into the composition and proportion of various categories. And this is the pie chart here. Here is the percentage of use of energy. Coal 30%, gas 21%, petrol 90%, renewable 70%, solar 10%, wind and 3%. It will represent the like a percent of each category from the whole. And here is like different colors you can use, and if you want, you can make it like 2D and 3D dimension. This will be in the practical. After we finish this presentation, we will do some practical explanation for this. And the donut chart, it's the same like pie chart, but there's like but the center in the chart is typically left empty, creating a donut hole in the middle. Additionally, the donut chart can support multiple rings, allowing for hierarchical representation or nested categories. Like a pie chart, donut charts are ideal for displaying the distribution and relative importance of different categories within a data set, making it easy to compare and interpret data at a glance. This is a donut, like a donut. The same example, but here you will see like the same, like the coal from the whole is 30%, and there is different color. By visualization, you can have a clue how each category it will be from the whole, how each category represent from the whole. Okay, and here is the area chart. Area chart is the chart used in Google Sheet. It's effective visualization for showcasing the cumulative and relative change in data over time. The plot data points and connect them with fields in area, resulting in a visual representation that emphasizes the overall trend rather than individual data points. Area charts are commonly used to demonstrate the progression of metrics such as sales figures, stock prices, or population growth over a specific period. By utilizing area chart in Google Sheet, user can gain insight into the overall patterns and fluctuation within their data, allowing for better analysis and communication trends. This is an example of it. Area chart, like it's like line chart, but like the area under it is shading for the area. It will give us a clue by just looking for a moment. And here is an example of temperature, the same example versus months. And here is stacked area chart. It represents the distribution of each category across months. Here is the maximum temperature, and here the blue one is the average temperature across months. A stepped area chart. It's an area chart also, but in a step pattern. It's connect horizontal and vertical line, creating a step appearance. It's commonly used to represent data with discrete change or intervals, such as stock prices, manufacturing process, project timelines, inventory management, and event analysis. The chart highlights abrupt changes and provide clear view of trends, enabling users to analyze better and make an informed decision based on the displayed data. Like here, this is an example of a step. Here, market share of 3 companies in $1 million. That example, company A, the blue, company B, the red, and company C, the yellow. But in a step pattern across the months. A scatter chart is another type of chart used in Google Sheet. Is a valuable tool for visualizing the relationship between variables. It displays individual data points as dots on like Cartesian coordinate grid, which one variable represents on the X and other on the Y axis. Scatter charts are commonly used to identify correlations, patterns, and trends in data. By analyzing the positioning and distribution of the data points, users can gain insight into the relationship between variables. Google Sheet offers the ability to create scatter chart easily, enabling users to effectively explore and understand the connections within their data. This is an example of it. The same example of temperature across months, but by a scatter chart. Okay. And here, sorry for long presentation, but there is a lot of chart new for us. We can use in Google Sheet, but yeah, we will end soon. Okay, combo chart. Combo chart in Google Sheet is a powerful visualization tool that combines multiple chart types into a single chart. It allows users to present different data series with varying characteristics and scales, enabling comprehensive data analysis and comparison. By leveraging combo chart, users can effectively display and interpret complex database, showcasing different data type and relationship within and unified visual representation. Google Sheet provides the flexibility to create customized combo chart, making it easier to convey insight and better from diverse data sources in a concise and informative manner. This is a combo chart that will show the column and line chart to present the temperature, average temperature with column and maximum temperature with line chart, like a combo in the same representation, visual representation. Histogram. Histogram is a other type of visual representation in Google Sheet. It gives us a visual representation of distribution of numerical data. It divides the data into intervals or bins along the x-axis and display the frequency or count of data points falling within each pin or on the y-axis. Histogram charts are valuable for understanding data distribution, identifying outliers, and detecting patterns or trends. By selecting the data range and customizing the chart options, user can create histogram chart in Google Sheet to effectively analyze and visualize the distribution of their numerical data, enabling them to gain insight and make data-driven decisions. This type of chart is commonly used in different statistical analysis. This is the histogram. Here, number of employee and age of the employee. From 10 to 18, and from 18 to 26, like from 10 to 18, like less than like 2 employees, and here like 3, here 12, maybe from 26 to 34. And this one is a radar chart. Radar chart in Google Sheet is a type of chart that allows users to compare multiple variables by plotting data points on multiple axes, emanating from a central point. It's useful for visualizing, comparing pattern, trend, and strength across different dimensions of data. Radar charts are commonly used in sport analysis, market research, performance evaluation. By using radar charts, users can effectively assess and understand the relationship between variables in visual, engaging manner. This is the radar chart, all the category emanating from the center, and this is the temperature, maximum temperature per month, like from 0 to 40, and this is the average temperature by the blue, and this is the line, red line is the maximum across months. Bubble chart in a Google Sheet visually represent data point as bubbles on 2-dimensional grid. It's used to display relationship among 3 numeric variables. The position of the bubbles on the axis represent 2 variables, while the size of the bubble represents the 3rd variable. They provide insight into data relationship efficiently. This is the bubble, and here temperature, average temperature and maximum temperature across the months. Like some bubbles is smaller than the other bubbles, like 2 colors. Geo chart is a geographical chart or map chart. Typical is a type of data visualization that display data value on geographic map. It represents data point or region as colors or button on the map, providing a visual representation of the distribution or density of data across different geographic areas. Geo chart can be used to display various types of data, such as population density, sales by region, election result, or any other data that has geographic component, and also in medicine, like distribution of any disease across the world. The data value are typically assigned to specific regions, countries, state, or other geographical boundaries, and then visualized using color, gradient, or shading to represent different values or categories, like this one, coffee production in different countries of the world. And here, internet user in different countries, like from 5 to 30, depending on the density and changing the color. It will represent like each one is like more user. Waterfall chart is a chart, a type of data visualization that illustrates the cumulative effect of positive and negative change on initial value. It commonly used to depict the flow of values, showing how different factors contribute to the final result. And the chart starts with baseline value and then represent each subsequent change as part that either increase or decrease from the previous value. The length and direction of the bars show the magnitude and direction of each change. Waterfall charts are often utilized in financial analysis, project management, and other scenarios where it's important to understand the contribution of various factors to overall outcome. Like this one, revenue versus year. Like when here is 2013, here the income like 18, and in 2014, like this is a negative income, and then he started from here because all this is lost during 2014, and then he gained this amount of dollars, and in 2016 he lost this, and then he start from this, and in 2018 he lost like a small amount. No, there is no difference, and the overall from all of this like positive and negative revenue, it's the result, and this is a subtotal of all of this change. It gives us like a visual representation what happened across the years. And also there is other charts like gate chart and scar chart, candlestick chart, and tree map chart, timeline chart, and table chart. Each chart had a useful representation, and but like we didn't have enough time and for this, and this is the end of the presentation, and we will have like practical session here. This is a Google sheet, and this is the cells, the data. Here is a match rate by application type in 2013, the last year. We will like how to, from this data, how to like to give a visual representation by chart or any type of chart. We will click here in insert, and we will insert chart. Select. Oh, okay, I will select the data first. Here. Sorry. Oh no. Let's see. Yes, and this is the bar chart represents the match rate in each category in USMD seniors, like more than 93% or 98, I don't, yeah, more than 95%, and do seniors, and here is the US IMGs, non-US IMGs, prayer, MD graduate, prayer, do graduates. This is by bar chart. You can use the bar chart, and you can like make, if you want to make the label here, use the row as a header. Here, you can like, when you use the row 1 as a header, we will see the application type, and column as a label, you see this one, and we can customize it like here. We can make it stacked to standard, stacked to 100%, but we didn't have, this is not good data to represent the stack, because we didn't have different categories, but we can like make other type of chart. We can do this one. It's good. The pie chart for this example. This is a pie chart. You can see here prior do grads 11.7, prior MD grads. By visual, by looking to the pie chart, you can see how like the contribution of each category on overall. You can make it customized by like coloring the border of your chart. Like you can color the border using different color. This is the customization. And the slice, you can also change each color of each slice. Okay. And the distance from the center, you can make it like this. This is like customization. And you can make from the pie chart, you can make a donut chart. Let's see. Or no, not this one. We can use like other type of chart. This is the column. It looks like the bar chart, but yeah, usually in the horizontal, in the vertical, not the horizontal. Also, you can customize it by making stacked, standard, or 100%, but not applicable for this example. This is 100%. And also, you can make the first column as a header, or if you like to use the rows as a header or the column as the label, you can check from this. Okay. And here is other. This is sheet 2. Like this is the sheet for temperature difference across the months. You can use line chart. Okay, this is a column chart for temperature difference across months. And here, the line chart. And also you can customize each colors you can do anything you need by making it customized to your need. And here you can make the legend at, like, you can increase the size, font size 30. You can change the font legend and the color. Yeah. The color of the categories. And let's take other example. Area chart. We can make area chart for this example, and this is same. We can customize it by doing like color change and the header and the type of font you can use. And yes, I think this is all. This is all I have for today. If you have any question, please ask me. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought that I was talking all this time.
No, we are
out.
good.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Do you have any question regarding the type of chart used in Google Sheet?
So it's very clear, very informative session.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's very
Okay,
nice.
thank you. Thank you. If there is no question, we will start. Our next presentation will be carried by Dr. Rani. It will be about how to post your videos from your phone to YouTube. Dr. Rani Ratheesh,
Yes,
are you
there.
ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay, thank you. I will stop
Can I
my.
share the screen?
Yes, I will stop it. Yes.
You see the screen?
Yes.
So good afternoon, Dr. Nader. Good afternoon, dear team members. I'm Rani Ratheesh. So today I'm presenting a topic about how to upload videos from our smartphone to YouTube, either Android or iPhones. Can you hear me, Dr. Ragda?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. So first of all, we have to open the YouTube application in our mobile phones. Then you can tap the create option. There will be the plus symbol will be there. We can see three options like upload a video or shorts in the YouTube or live, go live. So we can click upload a video, select the file we have to like to upload and tap next. If our video is 60 seconds or less, then it will be uploaded as a short. If our video is longer than 60 seconds, like a 10 minutes or 15 minutes videos, if you want to take it short, then we can tap to edit button into short, then it will trim to 60 seconds video, then it will upload as a short video. So this is for the short videos.
Presentation. Yeah,
Sorry?
sorry. Yeah, it's freezed in the first page.
Still in the first page?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Now? How is it now?
Yeah, same.
Same?
You can unshare and then
Yeah.
stop sharing and then share again.
Okay, sir. This is the first slide. Now,
Dr. Ryan, did you
did you
share
see
the
the
whole
second
window?
slide? Ah, yeah,
Did
this
you
whole
share?
window, yeah.
If it doesn't work, I can share it from here.
Okay. About full existing.
You see it?
Ah, yes, yeah. Yeah, I can see. So this is second slide, yeah. So first of all, we have to open the YouTube application in our mobile phones. Then we can tap the create option. It will be the plus symbol. There will be three options. One is upload a video or YouTube shorts or go live kind of things. Then we can select the upload a video. select the file you had like to upload and tap next. So wherever it's from gallery or other sources, if a video is 60 seconds or less, then it will be uploaded as a short video. If a video is longer than 60 seconds, we can tap it, edit into short video, then it will trim it and we can upload as a short video. So this will apply for both Android and second slide, yeah, Android and iPhones. So the same thing, we can do it in the iPhones also. Let us watch a short video about it so we can easily understand that one. Can you click the fourth? Video is it's not coming.
No.
Is there any video option?
Is this picture like a link for a video?
Yeah, it's a link of a video.
God, it's not like freezing.
Can I share it again then? Fine.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Before sharing, did you like choose to share audio?
Choose to share audio.
Before sharing, you can unshare and then
Okay.
tap to share audio with the share screen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ragda?
Yes.
Ragda? Yeah, your screen, can you please do the sharing content kind of thing? Enable the content? Sorry, I'm sorry from friends in this.
There is option when you like
Hmm.
to share sound in the like I will show I don't know how like in the left lower part of your screen when you like select to share screen and
Okay.
yes, you can click on share sound in the left lower corner.
I couldn't see that sharing audio option.
So perhaps, Rani, you can walk us through the video. So we don't need to listen to the audio, but you can tell us what you went through,
Okay, sir.
if you can.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure. Dakta, can you try one more time in your screen? Because there is a columns there to share the enable the content.
Where?
Yeah.
To reshare the screen?
Yeah, you can share the screen.
Okay.
Yeah. The enable editing. Can you please click the enable editing activate? The fourth slide.
Have the
The above one. Yeah. Go to the fourth slide, click it, and the above there is enable editing and activate.
enable editing.
Yeah.
I didn't have like subscription for PowerPoint because of that. It may be not working.
Enable content. Click the enable content. Activate.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the fourth video.
Where?
Fourth slide. Close it.
Like it looks like because not having a subscription for it, closed. But let me open it.
The other option is for Dr. Rani to share the link on the chat box, and then Dr. Ragda, you can share.
It looks like
Yes. Okay. Actually, the very short video I can explain first. So, YouTube has provided a lot of options for our convenience. First one is editing. So we can edit the duration of our video and content and captions, voice modulation and background and colors, etc. Then second one is whether we can keep our audio for public or private or only for selected members, or which time people can watch, like a scheduled timing and all. And the third audience, who can watch our videos, like who are our audience, like children can watch or only for adults or children included, like that we can select the option. Then we can, after finishing everything, we can upload the video, it will upload. And other options are the advertisements options on paid promotions, can we turn on or turn off, that's and all. And the last option is like a delete. If we don't want to keep the video in YouTube, then we can delete the videos too. Right. So these are the things actually. So this is our trimming our video. We can create a title and description. Then our privacy setting. Yeah, this is the short video about it. So nowadays we are seeing a lot of YouTubers in our medical fields. Even med students are making very interesting reels and humorous things and all. So nowadays it's really necessary social media skills. Hope it will be beneficial to new YouTubers.
yes, definitely.
Sorry for everyone. Sorry, Dr. Nadir, for the
No
inconvenience and taking time.
Thank you for this
No worries.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Nadir, for giving opportunity. Really, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Rani, for such a good presentation. And this is the last presentation for today. And our next topic will be about update management, like project update. Do you have any update in your project, or if anybody have new project, can like share it with us.
Yeah, hello everyone. I just published a case report about tizanidine withdrawal and another one with the heat stroke recently. And I mean, we are also working on systemic review nowadays. And there is also app we working on it regard education. Basically, common cases came to the hospital like they don't require admission, read the flags and all of that. So there is 2 projects ongoing, and inshallah we will upload the app like within 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I will keep you updated, inshallah.
Excellent, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Is there any other updates or new ideas? Galaxy S, you can.
Sorry,
unmute.
I'm just joining from my cell phone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Noad, by the way. I hope everyone is doing okay. So last week we started a project on the side effects of the electronic cigarette. We decided not to focus on specific side effects, but we decided to make an article instead of a systematic review from the year of 2019 up to the year of 2020. So we will either make a fully fledged article, or if we find usable data, we'll make it a systematic review. So we will decide what to do in the next weeks.
Great. Okay.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing.
Dr. Amal.
Hi, Dr. Nader. Hi, everyone. So I just want to tell you that we started working on a systematic review, exploring the effectiveness of mobile health apps on changing health behaviors, including smoking cessation, weight loss, and physical activity. And we were able to find a good number of recent studies in years like from 2021 to 2023. And it was very interesting, and we're excited to continue with this project. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing as well.
Any update? Okay.
So just to follow up on the great presentations, thank you all for great, excellent presentations for today's. I want to share with you with the graphs or the diagrams or the presentations from today's. We want to look at them also on the journals, like inside some of the articles we can share just to make the point clear. For example, here they use this graph for comparison of medication effectiveness. For example, placebo against a new medication. As you can see, there are some differences, or the result can be clear using the graph. And the other one is similar here. So when you are reading articles, try to understand why they use these graphs to present this data in this way. But the presentations, the previous one, highlight all the aspects that we need to know. So thank you, everyone. And an update for all of you in the next year, 2024, there will be an opportunity or some openings for international medical graduates in Tennessee. So this is an article came in New England recently regarding opportunities in Tennessee for 2024 on work for medical graduates. So you may think to read it. You can find the article here in the app. If you go to the app and files, you can find the article here. Or if you have subscription to New England, it's available there. So these are the things that I want to share with you guys.
Thank you, Dr. Nader.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you everyone for being with us today. This is our the ending of our day. If anybody had anything to say, you can before we end the meeting. Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Nader, for this opportunity, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ragda, and for moderating this meeting. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the presenters. These were great presentations. Thank you all who attended today, and many thanks to those who will look at the recording later. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can send me an email, text, or call me. I'll be happy to help. Thank you all again, and we'll see you next week.
See you.
Thank you.